It's just the way it is. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. Years ago, Sam Elzy, one of those good people, was in a bad accident.
He was a passenger, his brother was driving, and they were hit by a drunk driver.
Sam survived, but his body was broken. He was paralyzed from the neck down.
He needed us for every single aspect of his life. He depended on us to feed him, to bathe him, breathe for him, everything. He needed a 24-hour caregiver, so he came here. And that's how we met him.
But you didn't just meet Sam. He had a way of drawing people in and keeping them close.
I can't even recall him being just a regular patient. I only remember Sam as being a friend.
I love Sam. He's my brother. As my phrase, he's my brother from another mother.
We had a very special relationship. I felt like he was a family.
This family at Statesman Health and Rehabilitation did everything together. Molly, Roy, and Eve took Sam to ball games, birthday parties, church. So it wasn't that unusual for Sam to ask for an escort somewhere.
Sam called me into his room one day and said, "How would you like to go to my family reunion?" And I said, "Sure, Sam, that would be fine. Where is it? Philly? Trenton?" He's like, "Well, Eve, it's in North Carolina."
Almost 600 miles, 10 hours, 4 states away, that North Carolina. A tough trip for anyone. A grueling journey for a paralyzed man on a ventilator. Making it happen? A long shot. In other words, Sam Elzy had Eve Calvano right where he wanted her.
I just couldn't say no. If you knew Sam the way I knew Sam, and if you thought you could do it, something to make his life better, you want to do it.
Of course, Eve needed help. She started with Molly Zidzik. The proposition? Leave your family and spend the 4th of July in North Carolina with strangers.
Why not? Why wouldn't you do something like that if somebody asked you and you could do it?
Eve's next target was Roy Goldwire. He was an easy mark, too.
Eve came to me, "You want to go? You want to go to North Carolina?" I said, "Yeah, fine, yeah, let's make it happen."
So the team was set. Now all they needed was transportation, equipment, and money. Eve crafted an email, a plea for help. One of the first responders was Vince Myrie.
I could see on her face when she came and told me that, this is something she wanted to do, and she wanted to do it for Sam. I just said, "Listen, don't worry about it. I'll take care of the equipment." The right thing to do.
Vince supplied a ventilator and oxygen. Others gave money. The grassroots effort worked. It was time to pack for North Carolina.
Eve got the ball rolling. It blossomed from there. And we jumped in and, let's do this. Let's get on the bus. Let's get on the bus. Let's go.
There was no turning back. The bus was packed. Sam was on board. So they drove off into the night.
I personally made myself a little cozy bed and I slept most of the way. Eve, on the other hand, being the respiratory therapist, she just made sure that everything was good with Sam, and Roy drove.
The next morning, Sam and his entourage arrived in Gibson, North Carolina. Their hotel was comfortable, nothing extraordinary, but to Sam, the accommodations were luxurious.
This was a king-size bed he was in. That's something he hadn't been in a long time, I can imagine. Made him feel good. It made him feel real good.
Good? Better than good. For 4 days, Sam Elzy was at large.
It was very freeing for him. He felt like a regular guy again. He didn't feel like a resident. He felt like this was awesome. I'm doing my thing.
Sam's family reunion was a weekend of parties, picnics, and people. Sam immersed himself in family. He soaked up every drop of laughter and love.
I think it was the highlight of his life. When you're confined to a bed in a wheelchair and you're depending on everybody for every little need, to be able to do something like that, it meant the world to him.
He just beamed from ear to ear the whole time we were down there. He couldn't get enough of it. I think it meant everything to him.
It meant the world to him. And you see in some of the pictures how bright a smile he got. This was something that he cherished for the rest of his life.
The rest of his life was too short. Not long after his adventure, Sam died. The people at Statesman miss him. They loved him, and Sam loved them. They all cared for each other.
Being able to take care of someone like Sam is a privilege for us. I'm honored to be able to say Sam was my friend. I love Sam.